Well, folks, it was a beautiful fall day. Beaver Island was at its peak color season. The kids were getting really rambunctious, so it was time to go out and do some hiking and do some more island exploring. Why don't you hop on in for a ride with us? Here we go! All right, so here we are. It's fall, so we tend to do a lot of boodles in the fall and in the spring. I tend to do a lot of boodles in the wintertime, but Candace won't go with me. So here we are. Candace is finally home. We're on a nice fall boodle, and today should be peak color season. So we are going to try to find some beautiful colors on Beaver Island. It is, it's been cold, and so it's all of a sudden like 65 and sunny out, and just a perfect time to go on a decent boodle. Nice little family boodle. And it was beautiful. I know the camera is not going to do justice, just like the waves out on the water, but I am telling you, the falls in northern Lake Michigan, if you have never seen a really good fall and all the beautiful colors, it is something that you should absolutely do on your bucket list. If you're from the south or toward the equator, you really need to see this transition one time in your life. Believe me, it's worth it. Just like the other animals, the human ape species, especially siblings, needs to take the time to play and wrestle to solidify their bond that they will have for life. The human children, often referred to as gremlins, have to learn the two things that make a human society operate. The human species has the remarkable ability to both cooperate and compete at the same time. Balance of these two within the human society is essential. Thank you for watching this nature documentary. What's interesting here, this is dried up right now, but this is the riverbed that Parker and I do a lot of spearfishing out of. Over here, you see the culvert here to go into the road, and this right here is one of the best places to get white suckers, but right now it is 100% completely dried up. Ooh, there's a T-post left behind. Guys, look at that. I think this guy, whoever it is, bought that tractor pretty new this year. We had that bad storm, that windstorm last weekend, and he's already got some branches over it.
$3, and then you guys were like, no, but whenever Izzy wants nails or whatever the fudge she wants, she gets whatever. No, I don't. I don't.
Yep, that's the nice thing about Beaver Island is no matter where you go on a boodle, there is always somewhere to stop. And when the gremlins start getting a little rambunctious, Lake Genazareth, the public boat launch, that's always an easy, beautiful place. A great view, good scenery, and you can do some pan fishing off the dock. You gotta get out and enjoy nice days like this. Hey, you think you're driving?
Yeah.
Well, what the heck? How am I supposed to fit in that back seat?
Ways.
Huh?
Ways.
Fine. They got me stuffed in back. Oh my God, don't drive into the lake.
You are?
See, I'm constantly talking to city folk who want more services or whatever for their community, splash parks, and just more and more and more to do. What they fail to realize is you don't have to have other people provide you with something to do. You have to know what to do. And in nature, there's always something to do. This is our family time. This is why we love to boodle. It's a beautiful fall day. We're at peak color season. The sun's out. Every stop we make is magical. We're all in a good mood, And with the exception of my long-lost son out at University of Michigan, we're all together. And we're happy. And it didn't take devices, television, and parties and other people. It's just simply enjoying nature, enjoying each other. Now, I'm not one to give advice. I don't think I really have a lot to give. But if I can advise a lot of people and a lot of parents on one thing, it would be spend more time in nature and more time with your kids. Yeah, I remember Corona was supposedly, according to the news, really bad for a lot of people, which I'm sure it was. But for us, it was wonderful because of the amount of time we got to spend together. And boodling, for us as a family, driving around the island, stopping at different places every time, well, as far as I'm concerned, that's my favorite time spent. And I'll tell you, every time that you're out in nature with your children will be time and energy that you will never regret.
Let's see if my skipping skills are good.
So guess what? Even though it was a little windy, Candace and I had brought our drone. And since it was peak color season on the island and we were at the south end, we thought we'd try to get you some drone shots of the island in fall. So instead of talking to you for the next, 1 minute or so, minute and a half, I'm just going to sit back with you, wonder if I should start learning how to play with the colors on my video editing program, but still just enjoy these gorgeous shots of the south end of Beaver Island. Talk to you in a minute. Hey, welcome back. That was some beautiful views, wasn't it? Here's some more while we're driving just around the south end of the island and just start working our way north. Still a lot to go, folks. Hold on.
Izzy and you are a lot alike.
What?
Yeah. You are both the most stubborn people I've ever met. You guys both are like, I don't have attitude, but have the most attitude I've ever seen and yell at each other for it. You know? You guys both get anxious super easily. You guys both like scary movies. Yeah. You guys both like, kind of choose to be alone a lot. Working, whatever. She does school homework alone and stuff, and you do your work alone. You guys both get fussy if you don't have time to yourself. Yeah.
And you know what? That's another thing that I use a boodle for. A lot of times I go out just one-on-one with my kids. I used to do this with Quentin very often. And it's a good time. They're stuck in the truck with me, with a few walks on the beaches and some pretty sights. But they're stuck in the truck with me, and I use this time to let them talk about things. Sometimes it might be about school, teachers, peers, some experiences that they've been going through that they won't answer you when they're coming home from school after sports, between homework, when you go, hey, how was school today? Fine. Well, what'd you do today? Nothing. What happened? Same. When you get them out for 4 hours in your vehicle, they have no choice but to engage with you. And if you notice Parker here, he also had no problem engaging even if he thought it might be negative toward us. I want them to have that ability to talk with us with what is exactly on their mind, the experiences that they are going through. Or else I just wouldn't have the ability to parent. And Boodles are perfect for that.
Every time you hurt me, I'm gonna whack you in the boob. This one's gonna be completely flat by the time I'm done with you. Don't you do it.
Why did I?
No, I don't like it. I'm gonna...
Well, Boodles are kind of our favorite. I mean, think about it. You get wild animals, you get scenery, you get hikes, you possibly get fishing some days. You can walk the beach, you can fish in Lake Michigan, you can fish on the inner lakes. But the most important thing of a Boodle is the most important thing in life. And that is that quality family time. Oh, by the way, check this out real quick. So there's a lot of comedy on Beaver Island. I'll have to record some more signs for you, but every now and then somebody likes to make sure that our caution, people drinking and walking sign is up to date. Well, after a long boodle, we made it around the island in the perfect spot for a sunset. I set up a camera to try to get some for you guys, but as you can see, you can't always get what you want. We still sat out there and enjoyed some conversation with some fellow locals, some fellow islanders, and then it was time to head home. It was getting dark. You know, it is getting that time of year. And it was time to get home and, well, get ready for the next day. Until next time, folks.
Why are you recording me sitting on a rock?